So here we are with the dried feathers, and I hope that you'll agree that they look pretty fabulous. I'm loving the depth of colour, I'm loving all the variety of, I don't know if you can see if the camera's picking up the shades of purple and blue, the light spaces in the centre and then the darkness around the outside. So we're nice and dry now. Now what you want to do is you want to just manipulate your feathers, because if they've curled upwards, that's what they tend to like to do with the water, and to just get them nice and flat. If you're doing the cosmic feather quill, then you want to just pinch the edges, just shape them so that when they go together, that they're going to fit together quite nicely, so that they're not going to be curling upwards. And of course they're going to be shaping around the pen, the stem of the pen, so you just want to give them that sort of roundedness, so that they fit snugly. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is to add some stars, some white sprinkles, and we want different sizes of those. So we're going to practice first, because there's no point in us just launching in and splattering these and not getting the right effect. So we're going to have a little, it's going to make sure that these are well out of the way. Also, when you do this, make sure that you do it in a place where it's not going to make lots of mess, so it's not near some really beautiful piece of furniture or upholstery, or even the cat. The cat tends to come over when I start doing this paint splattering. She gets covered in white paint. Luckily she's black and white, so it all works out. So I'm using a different variety of sizes of brush. I was joking about that, by the way. Mittens knows to stay well away when I'm doing paint splattering. So we've got different brush head sizes, and different brush head sizes yield different sizes of splatter. So I've got a dark green background just to show you what happens, so you can see, so that they stand out quite well. Hopefully they will. So I'm going to just get some ordinary white acrylic paint, and just pop a blob of that onto my paint palette. And then the key with this is to get some water, to water it down. So I'm using, this is a size 6 brush, and I've got my water, it's nice and clean and fresh, because the other one had black and purple and blue in it. So we don't want to get that anywhere near our lovely white paint, do we? Want it to be nice and pure. So you don't want to water it down too much, but you do want it quite liquidy, so that it will splatter nicely. So let's see what happens when we do this with a size 6 brush. So you want to stand further back from your paper. I'm about 12 inches away from it, and then I'm just going to tap the head of the brush, and you can see the kind of effect that we get. So can you see the size of our stars? So we get a really nice variety of teeny tiny ones, and then bigger ones that we can see that are visible. So that's with the size 6 brush. I'm just going to put that down for a second. Let me find somewhere where it can sit. I'm going to use a bigger brush now. I'm going to use this one. This is the size 10, to get that wet, and mix it in with the white paint. And again, I'm just going to stand back about 12 inches, and we're going to tap the head of the brush with your hand. Your paint splatters. Now when I did this before, I was getting really big paint splatters, so I probably need more paint on it. Can you see, the closer you go in as well, you get bigger paint splodges. So with the bigger paintbrush, closer to the paper, you're going to get more of these larger ones. So that is the test with those. Let's try it with this longer brush that's quite got a fine head on it. I'm going to mix some water in with that and see what happens when we do the paint splashes with this one. Now the smaller brush, can you see I'm getting bigger paint splashes because it has a longer head on it. So if you want a couple of big sized planets or stars, then you can use that one. All right, so we're going to start with the smallest paint effect first. So let me grab my feathers. Let's get them back. Just going to lay them out like that, and then let's see what happens. Let's go in with our smaller brush first, which is the number 6. Again, I'll mix my water in with my white paint. Just doing that here off camera. Get my paintbrush loaded up, stand back and splatter. So I probably need a little bit more water because I'm running out of paint. I'm going in again. Getting a really nice effect there. Spreading lots of paint everywhere, but that's okay because I am in my studio and there's only me. But I will have to clean the floor because there's little white speckles everywhere. And then I'm going to get this bigger paintbrush. I'm going to go in again. Get some more speckles, and then I'm going to go end with the last paintbrush, which was the one with the long head on it. See if we can get some bigger splashes. What we needed, isn't it? There we go. So I'm happy with that. So just stop when you feel like you've gone far enough. I think we've got a really lovely set of cosmic feathers there. Really beautiful. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to put it all together, how to add your feathers to your pen to create your cosmic quill.